areas. It is only 16 teams, and the teams here, they're not that greedy. There have been some of the spots up for grabs. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Thank you very much, guys. Time to head over to the commentary team once again. Pansy and Sims, take it away.
Thank you so much, and this is indeed going to be a huge factor for a lot of teams now. This is getting towards do-or-die territory to get in towards that Pro League, to get towards those later stages of this event, Rich. There's so much to be seen here. We know the teams we need to keep our eyes on. We'll confirm that again once the points get shown on screen, just to remind you guys at home. But again, this is going to be a fun one. I'm looking at Besiktas. I like their looting area. I like they've been a little bit willing to switch things up here a touch. They've moved around. They haven't been static. And a very similar circle. Who did the circle gods? Give us some variety.
Yeah, not too dissimilar from what we've already had, but the main story of this is that there's only 2 more games left. I think it would be unfair. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, favoritism to teams and stuff, but it would absolutely be unfair to not look at method here. If they want, I don't know what the theory is, and I'm not going to start theory crafting live on air, but if they want to qualify for Pro League, if they even want a chance at qualifying for Pro League, excuse me, they have to get 2 wins in the bag here, and they have to absolutely just go ham and kill everybody.
Oh, this is the most awkward thing.
Chase him away. He's going to run him over, isn't he?
Oh, look at this.
That's cruel.
It's the point when you're on the vehicle and you're like, can you just stand still and accept your fate? And he does. Well, the player's losing out. And it might be time to run him over. Has a look to see if he can bait anyone in. Not going to happen, of course. And we will be seeing a big loss to start with for Odense.
Yep, it's never good. But going back to method, they need 2 wins and a tank load of kills to even stand a chance of 16th place. And the previous one is going to knock them back significantly. We will bring you those scores up in the left-hand side to remind ourselves exactly where people are going to be sitting. But everything comes down to the wire now with only 2 more left. Usual place then for Raise Your Edge. Go down, mill it, chill, get the gear, get the guns, get the vehicles. I've already got 2, so happy days for them. To the Felly and Accelerate Gaming, Rust and Mark. They're just wandering around, making sure nobody can really tag them up, but Stalber's usually empty anyway, and it's a nice area for them because they do have the circle. Squeaky, he'll be following up as well, just above Lepovka, so good stuff from him. Meanwhile, GOPO, South George, North George, we have Red Diamonds, previous winners, Toxic at the top, and then lingering in the back lines. We have, to be fair, there's 3 teams. You've got TC over in Gatka, you've got Besiktas over on the western coast, kind of split, so they'll have vehicles and plenty of compounds. There's a Pan. And in between them all, Galatasaray. This is an interesting one. And again, the biggest difference from the previous circles is that there's a lot more ground to work with, thankfully. Before, it's just been a bit of a punishing crush.
It's been a lot more water in the last ones, yeah.
Exactly. These punishing crushes have just been a matter of, well, the circle's going to force the engagement. There's nowhere else to go. You know, there's not a lot of rotating. You get inside and maybe you can move from, in some of the other games we've seen, move from house to house, compound to compound, working your way through, hitting it, claiming it, destroying the people within, getting the points, moving the placement. But with the last few circles, they've been very punishing in the fact that there's no really place to go. You know, if you go up, you're going to die because every compound's got a bloody team inside it.
Yeah, and Method know what they have in front of them. Not an easy task. We'll keep our eyes on everyone else. Who moves early? M19. I guess not a win condition, a change condition for some of these teams is if M19 underperform, and they haven't been great here. Again, early positioning coming out from Elite Player. He's moved very quickly, maybe just got like any vest, any helmet, and a gun, and he's off. So Besiktas could definitely benefit off the back of that.
I really don't feel like a passive play is going to work in this game, and I really feel for someone like Method, sitting around and hoping for a kind of a hopeful of a higher placement, especially when, I mean, okay, so let's just take a look at this line. 1780.
Yeah.
And then to jump into 8th place, 24, Christ, that's a lot. 2460, 220, I'm going to try to do math on air, 220 plus 480, that'll be 680 point deficit of even qualifying.
God.
That's doable.
Yeah,
but
it is.
You need the 1, 2, 3 placements and kills to go with them. 1 is an absolute certainty if you're not going to go for kills and you're going to play a bit more of a passive game. But honestly, they need to play aggressive like these other teams have been doing. I mean, we're seeing 15, 16, 19 kill games coming out of teams and wins to back it up.
Yeah, so basically what this means is if you guys are playing along at home, keep eyes on Sauna Boys and M19. If either of them have absolute shocker of a game, you know, go out 15, 16, somewhere around that, then you could see a little bit of an avenue open up for Besiktas, Forza, and such and so on. They can maybe, you know, work their way forward here. There's a chance, but once you're in 3K, we said early into this, oh, once you're in 3K territory, you're looking safe. I mean, not really at this point. The thing is, so many teams are up there, it's very hard to be saying that. We are seeing the Red Diamonds getting some early action, some early rotations. Retired FPS takes a bit of a dip, it might seem, to get out of the fire, and, oh, Furia. Oh, no, Furia, you don't even fight that back. You just sit there quietly and pray no one sees you. Drew the attention of Senpai. Gets punished.
The rest of the team's getting aggressive, Lauren. On the backside, they've decided to move in for it. You got best to lock. Unfortunately, the kill feed flank was given over by his teammate. There's an answer back though. Sid, he falls. There's a gap to move with, but the grenade. So Galatasaray are getting battered here. I think there's only one of them left.
I'm pretty sure. And they're on the other side of the river. They could be just ignored if they want to be. Besiktas on the move. Another team we wanted to be seeing. Where are they heading? Right past the Red Diamonds, having none of that. They're like, all right, veer away from them. As Red Diamonds have very much come into their own here, sitting currently in 5th position. Ims has drowned. He's accepted his fate and he's denied the points. He's gone into the river and just, you know, let it go.
I think it's still, the knock was there.
I think
so
it still counts.
Yeah, it will give them the points. So at least they'll still get, I mean, it makes it harder to get the loot because it means you're going to go out and swim for it. Fair play to the lad. He's going to try and probably drop in all of his gear. You know, it's going to be that guy that leads a snail trail of weapons and armor and health and all sorts. But IMCV just hoping no one can see him. Hawken clearly picked up.
Zoom.
Yep.
Zoom. Zoom is laughing. He's seen a Wookiee rolling at him, but the tire's gone. Oh, off you get. Let's see what he can do now. He's under pressure. He's surely going to be geared out of his mind, 3'd up, but his teammates are trying to help him out. But they're pretty far off from this. They're not that close by. And the route they're running is pretty treacherous.
They're getting denied. Allowance of actually getting up close and personal. Mutant on the back. AUG on the front. That's a banger. That's a snipe straight to the back. He stays alive, thank God, because of the level 3 gear that he's going to be wearing. That's the only saving grace. Surviving an M24. Lucky bugger.
Very, very lucky. I don't know how he's going to get away from this. He can, I guess, do the smoke train as best he can. He's got good meds. That's one benefit. Hopefully he's not showing to the front side. Here comes the breach towards the Harry Potter tower. Out the window we go. Nade comes in. IMCMV has to be up to the fight. He gets one, but one is nowhere near enough. Galatasaray are the first team out. Yeah. Going into the final games of the day. Hawken could be trying to make a bit of a mad dash, crouching his way away. Not going to get away with that. Where was that from, though? That is the Q-Rage guys who are currently sat, I guess, in a curious position if they can keep going on in this one.
Let's take a look at the map and remind everyone where everybody is. We'll run you through the teams and show you the compounds and the locations. Method, they've gone up to the hills. And they've got themselves locked down in the pretty much within the general centre vicinity, a lot closer than what they were before, where they took a compound just outside of the white. But everybody else is there. You have Red Diamonds, who are going to be sitting and trying to set up a bridge camp along the cube side. If you were the Sauna Boys, you'd be looking and scouting ahead to make sure you don't take that fight. Andy's got a knock, so they found Q-Rage. Looks like Q-Rage have turned up to the fight, Lauren.
Now, Q-Rage are one of the gatekeepers currently. They sit in 8th position, so if you get them down early, that can potentially open up the board. They're a team you want to be going for if you're someone in that position. Now, that's from range, and this is a 2-2 split. I'm pretty sure kind of 2-1-1, I guess. Kofest and Zoom had already pushed out a little bit. They weren't in position. This could, I guess... Uh-oh, hold on. Scoom? Where's Scoom just been found?
He's
he
dead.
pulled up. Yeah, this is the position that didn't work very well for them before. We saw them play in this when they all got picked up. But I think that was just an individual mistake. Maybe just got picked out of a car potentially, or just pulled up into the iron sights or sights of someone who was already in position. So that could be an issue.
Better position for that is the fact that they've not lost the whole team. At least it was just a one-man rather than committing everybody to it and then just dying on arrival. So, you know, positive note on that one. It's only Scoom compared to the entirety of the team. They will live to fight another good day. Speaking of living, Simsy took a bullet to the chest, potentially to the head as well. That is quite a lot of damage, but his level 2 still intact, so that's good for them. Moonwolf. Larry will be watching in the back, giving them all the feedback, trying to pull them up and get them through to the finals. Team Ready. Ready running the gauntlet, taking up kind of a phase-style position, just hooking past Stalber and then sitting on this plateau to watch what goes down and see where the best move is next. Sauna Boys, they've decided, again, I like this, so they've gone up on the hill, they've scouted it out, realised that Red Diamonds is chilling on the 4-stack, or the 3-stack, the little white cubes on the crossroad. So they're going to take a really long swing and take the left-hand bridge through Georgiaport. Probably send one off just to make sure that no one is camping the opposing side of the bridge, but if you're camping in blue, then honestly just please stop playing now. You've offended me. Raise your edge, though. Last players to enter this one, or potentially maybe not if they beat the Sauna Boys, but they are going to head up from the bottom, and they're going to have a clear entrance from down south. At the moment, it's just teams looking to try and tag away. Circle goes north.
Fernie's empty as well.
It is. There's a little bit of water in there. It looks like Sauna Boys have done the split method, though. Have just had Moonwolf rock up to the compound just down the hills from them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to fully commit. They're not.
No,
You are getting them back away. I think that potentially Method were waiting until they got closer to try and fight for these kills. Oh, Moonwolf, look at these moves, Rezu. I love it. Love it. So let's see where people go, because there isn't that much ground available. There's a lovely ditch to the east of Severny. There is Severny. You've got a couple of compounds, but there's not a great deal here.
You'd be unlucky if you were Method to not get the next circle. It won't be the one with the water centralization in. That's going to be the land ratio is the correct word. Good God, look at the mass of people, though, in the north.
They're all trying for that eastern side.
Holy hell.
Besiktas could be in for a huge handful of kills here. You've got Ernsa in front of the Moonwolf is there. TC not far off. Simzy getting the first bit of work going. They can't overextend. They can't overpush, though. There's so many people fighting for this. This could be their death. If they overplay their hand here, this could be deadly. Nade goes out. Tomil up for the fight. Confirmed the first. Is there more to fall? Odinsa trying to play the smoke on the edge. Tomil very hap-handedly peeking that wide, then could get punished. You can see XMPL in the kill feed as well. They're going to get in a fight with Rek. Keep your eyes on that if they're your favourite team. But Besiktas is the big story here, as Odinsa are very much on the back foot. The nade finds Hexedi, but the fire again comes out. Krillian forced off the angle as Besiktas wind themselves further forward. The nades raining in the Molotovs, potentially if they have one, would be great here at flushing them out.
2 down from Rek. That's not good for them. M19 pick up another 16 points in the bag. But Besiktas, they committed to this fight. They want the points. They want the territory. This is fantastic work from them. They're all together as well. I mean, Christ.
Denied!
Just literally smacked in between the eyes with the AKM, the 7.62. It does its job. Again, it's always going to be a problem when you're fighting off the back with an iron sight.
They're done for.
They've done it, though. They've managed, and they will be able to get them all back. This is fantastic. Provided no one else third parties into this, the smokes will be there. That's brilliant. That's all the points in the bag for the kills, and more importantly, they have done a clean sweep and taken the compound for themselves.
Super nice play. I felt that maybe, you always think about the maybes, don't you, in those situations, but again, Q-Rage, if these guys get punished early, they could be one of the first to go down, which does, again, open up that sort of around 8th position to have some movement. I'm not 100% sure how well it's going to go. They are just going to probably stay alive as long as they can. They found a relatively nice and central-ish position towards the south. They're just going to lock it down. M19 was the other win condition to open up the table for the likes of Besiktas, but I don't see it happening just yet. There's 14 teams standing, and I think these guys are aware. You can see both of the teams who could potentially open this up are in the same area. They're roughly around each other.
Everyone will just kind of go a little bit passive for now. There's no point in reaching any further. Moonwolf are in a bit of a tough spot. They're literally in a triangle of 3 teams. Bermuda Triangle could be the death. Sauna Boys have overextended into a 2-2 split. 2 will sit back in Severny, 2 will move up. Gives them eyes on the prize when you're looking toward Besiktas. Besiktas can't move, really, from that compound, because if you go north, you've got Sauna. If you go east, you've got 2 teams in the form of TC and Moonwolf. You can't really go south because it's an uphill battle. In fact, no, they can't. You've got Tox up there in that main compound. Then if you go to the west, well, you've got Red Diamonds. So it's an awful blockade of people. G-Hawk onto Higgy, finds him. This is going to be messy. This is going to be so messy. Everyone's inside the circle now. Everyone's just looking for a bit of prime territory. There's still this ongoing fight between M19 and Q-Rage. They're very split, 2 and 2. M19 have Q-Rage on the back foot, to be honest. But this is going to be deadly. Obviously, throughout all this, Lauren, Rek lost 2 players straight off the bat.
They did. They lost Scoom early on, and they've lost another since then. So they're not having the time of their lives. The Wanderer with the SLR playing from the rock side in the south. M19, as you highlighted, very split here, hedging their bets as best they can. But they're probably keeping eyes on Method. I'm sure they've caught a flash, a glimpse of them in the meantime. I think Chris is potentially looking this way as well. I think I'm seeing those tracer fires come through. Wick's got a nice car 98 as well. There's plenty of pressure available.
Questionable shots here. They're just telling everybody where they are. Whether or not they're trying to get an angle on the players that are attacking their other M19 folk on the same team. And that could be the working and the mentality behind it. But taking a quick pop shot at Method, you've just gone, hey guys, by the way, we're over here with the rocks. We've got no cover whatsoever once the circle moves, but we are over here. So we've just seen Method on a swivel. All the little white arrows go, hello, we see you now. So they won't be making it much further, I don't think, unless they can bomb it and just get the hell out of it. Circle, though, she comes towards the mainland. She cuts out the water. Method, M19, TR, Accelerate. They're all sitting happy. Severny has to make a move. Faz, they have to make a move as well, and that's exactly what they're doing. Sauna Boys, they're on the rotation. They're probably going for this road ditch as you get up here. There's like a nice plateau you can sit up against and just bank it at the wall. That's exactly what they're doing. So they'll sit here, but they have to be aware of the oncoming fire. That's going to be both from TR, Team Ready, that might see them downhill, or if Raise Your Edge also know that this is a really good spot to play, they might try and take it for themselves.
I'm just going to put it this way. Team Ready are in such a good spot. I like the 1-2-1, keep your main pack towards the middle. 6mo and Iro are going to be playing off the back of it, but as soon as they get contact, they need to kind of fold towards that way. We've seen them before struggling with that a little bit, responding well to having multiple fights. For now, they're still in a good spot. M19 have consolidated their side, so they did have that split towards the southern area. It didn't work out too well. They were getting a little bit too much attention potentially to their liking, so they've gone, all right, let's move together. Again, Method can still wait out. There's 53 players alive. They're not in a mad hurry to get these kills. It's when they have to rotate away from this compound that you start seeing issues. There's about 100 meters worth of not much cover to play with. G-Power has found Sammy, and the Sauna Boys have made it to that little bit of a line that runs through that dirt road towards the northeast.
I think Method's just been a little bit too slow in deciding where to go. Every time they've committed to somewhere, it seems to be like maybe 10, 15, I could be wrong here, but maybe 10, 15 seconds after everyone else has started rotating. It's like, okay, well, we're going to go here now. And then by the time they turn up, there's a team already waiting. I mean, you look towards somewhere. Liquid, for me, is the main one that do this perfectly. They're already in the cars waiting to go, waiting for that circle. The second it does, off they go. They just fly around and they'll relocate and re-rotate to where they need to be. Provided they've got vehicles that they're ready to just jump in and go for it, it'll be good. Looks like Red Diamonds have found the reminiscence of Falls. Bestalon puts him in the grave. The SLR does the job. And Senpai might also have some information on where this next player is. Rafi and Shiv, meanwhile, over by the compound on the northern road, just outside of Severny. They'll chill because they know the petrol station across the way has a team just lingering around. Divine Arrow's got that 24. Looks like Lai also has a Kar 98. So snipers are in abundance here. They need to be careful. It's not Miramar, but still, hit you in the head. Unfortunately, you'll be dead.
Okay, on the next circle, once this closes in, we need to see what Method do and then what happens to the teams currently gatekeeping that 8th position. They're the big storylines. As much as things might look exciting, they're the ones who can take the new sort of qualifying spot. So you have to look towards the teams who hold that to hand. That's the big factor here. As much as we do like certain teams more, to see how exciting they are and what they're up to. The likes of Reciprocity aren't really in danger right now if they just play this out. I guess if they lose both players and they go out in 14th, okay, that could be a problem, but they're sat in 4th currently. Red Diamonds are doing well. They could overtake them potentially, but it's that top 4 is looking really solid. They've been playing well. It's beyond that and below that. Sauna Boys could push a little further. M19 obviously in 7th. And Q-Rage were up in 8th. Forza and Besiktas were the ones who could be doing dangerous things, but Forza are being picked apart. They're not having the best of times. I think they already lost out on a couple of players as well. So this could be the nail in the coffin for them. I don't know how much they can get done if they go down in 14th here. Yeah,
Red Diamonds, and Bestalok especially, has been hunting them down. Circle. She encroaches in. Hashtag Method Way. They're still in for now, and they have one of the main compounds. Elite player. Zolters. It was an MVP in game number 1, but unfortunately it's all going wrong in this one.
Certainly is.
Damn.
This is good. This is really good. M19 taking out Forza is going to just create more space for them. That's really nice for them. If you're looking at Method, I know the fans are out there, they need to be pushing now. If you want to see them do well, they have to take ground here. They know the south and the east is pretty much clear because they've been holding that line for so long. They've had so much info on the close side, but they need to start moving forward. They need to start being proactive in this. They're starting to lose out on opportunities. The Chargers just about make it in towards cover. They were getting spotted out by a couple of teams potentially. You had Q-Rage on the hillside, you had a couple others way closer. Besiktas, where are they right now? Could be working their way up towards the northwest. A lot of teams in their way though. Toxic have cover. This could be very difficult for them.
Oh, Sauna boys, they're going for mid. They're absolutely flying. All 4 of them are just sending it to the south, trying to get some sort of ground coverage. That puts Method further back as they are directly in front of them now. Center circle, TC have also done the same and taken a ridge line. Rec have yet to show the face.
Ang. That's dirty.
Comes flying through, he's going to hit him through the car, right?
Yep.
Have they parked it there purposely to make it even more?
I don't know.
I mean, it'd be a good idea if so. Just block the doorway off. I respect it. But again...
Oh.
Wow.
Did they spot him or were they just shooting at the car then? That could have been just the car. Q-Rage are starting to get picked apart here. Okay, we're starting to see the teams that stand in the way of opening this up getting challenged. Tomil, Ultra going through the motions. They cannot allow Toxic to get away with much here. They have to be very, very proactive this and very, very aware of what could happen because Toxic don't really need to move. They are in the new safety area. Obviously, you do not want Besiktas knocking at your door, but they cannot be restless in this.
Hopefully they haven't got too overconfident. Obviously, they took one team out earlier on. But for them, this is do or die, right? Because if you don't take this fight, if you don't take this compound, there's jack-all position to run. The problem is that Wells is outside on the eye line. If he catches one and gets a pick, then that could be the gap that Toxic need to flood the rest of Besiktas and push them out. You can see where he is on the left-hand side. He has the building to work off. It's very awkward. Oh, Rafi. Uh-oh. Wrecker in the blue, and they're getting absolutely peppered. Raise your edge. Besiktas, is it time to go? Is it time to push in?
They have a nade, or did they use them all in that previous fight?
Oh, he's just copped flak. Ultra saw him, but
Ultra.
Tommel's going in with a nade. This would be huge if he finds a target. Has he opted to put it away and save it? Yes, he has. Oh no, Wrecker.
This is a horrible standoff. This is so awkward. They don't have any utility, I'm pretty sure. They have very limited amounts. So I don't know how much they have to play with here. We're going to see Rec on the run. They're going to be trying to get in. Raise Your Edge have been trying to fight them the entire time, and M19 is still doing well. Sammy has the dirtiest of angles.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's a real rough one. And Besiktas could be in danger. Spotted out, they're going to be called. All of these calls are being made. And in the meantime, in the southern side, it's, oh, here comes the breach. It's the push time. Black gets one, gets traded on. Further play from Besiktas. They need to keep going and keep this tight. Sammy's in trouble in the smoke. Can't get away from this. He might be overwhelmed here. He might be in danger. He is in the smoke, in the cover still. Hits the deck. He needs his teammate to help him out. Wellers is not helping. He is not getting anywhere near there. He's going to probably just play the back lines, maybe. He's just going to wait this. The revive comes in for Besiktas. They'll be back up to what they were.
Good push, though, Lauren.
That was lovely. Great trading. Really good comms.
More important, they made it inside.
But they know they can't push through that smoke. They know they have to either push through it together and just hope they trade, but you're going out blind. It's not going to happen. New circle has hit in the meantime. That is pretty far away. While all this happened, Accelerate is on the move. They're getting out of this. Besiktas is getting slowed down. That's the bigger issue here. They aren't on the move. They're going to lose out on getting prime rotation spots. Wellers has already moved. Sammy is on the run. Besiktas now have a chance to move up, but they do not know that.
The fella goes up in a ball of flames. Unfortunately, Garbage Man also on rotation. Team finds him. He's down. SKS does the job. Squeaky. Tires are gone. Squeaky bum time for him. He's run. Reverse it, man.
He's
get
to the
wall.
Dip, maybe.
Get to the wall, Rafi. He falls. He's gone. One more player, unfortunately, for Rec. They pull up on TC. This could be amazing. They've gone down the hill. 1, 2, 3 members down. This is an absolute nightmare situation. They're walking wounded everywhere, and all of a sudden, Toxic Sammy. How the hell are you alive?
He's done. I'd love it if Sammy was the driver, pulls up, baits his teammate, and just gets in the smoke like, I'm sorry.
Shiv's the only player left from Rec, and he's directly in front of Method. Literally directly in front of them. Method
need to be proactive now. They've been really passive to this point. I think Shiv knows they're in there. There's no team close by, so they've got to be landing bangers with those rifles, but the Red Diamonds are on the push, on the play, and they clear it out. Higgy and Zoom both go down. As soon as TC tried to make a play, it was Sammy in the field, in the grass. He did the best he could, but Iro somehow has found a whole lot of players as well.
Tomo also claims one victim. That's one on the back. Mikas and Squeaky, no idea how they're alive, but they are, and they're making it work. What a bounce of a grenade off the road. Hits the deck, smacks Squeaky in the face. He's down now. They're going for the follow-up.
Oh, wait, Besiktas just got Lux dead. Where are they?
What? How's he gone down? What an angle here from Pin.
Uh-oh, Besiktas are losing out. This could be them dropping away from being in that potential area.
You called it about being held back and focusing on that so long.
This is the problem. They can't get in. Look how late they are to this. And Team Ready are in the north. They could join in on this. Besiktas are locked out. They've got all eyes on them. They'd have to hit some obscene shots, hope third parties would come in and have a million smokes to get them into this new zone. I don't even know what terrain they have to work with, but M19 are going to have to move up as well. They are just proning to any tiny bit of cover they can. There's so little to play on. The Red Diamonds hold the hillside. And bear in mind, oh, that's Besiktas gone. They tried to make a mad play at the end. 10th position. The one thing I want to point out here, there's two sides to how they could have played this from the Method and the Red Diamonds teams. You've got Method being a little bit more passive, holding that compound a longer time, which has probably hindered them here, whereas the Red Diamonds pushed out, took territory, and you can see how much pressure they're applying across this map. Another goes down. Example falls to Pin. He's going to try and reflex back a bit, kind of pull himself back in. And this is unfortunate for a couple of teams. M19 playing a little too slow, trying to get to those smokes they put up, have been caught on the way. Bestelok has got the Wanderer down. And the Red Diamonds continue this pressure, and they get a circle to play with.
Here we go, then it's Method's time to move. Bestelok comes in with a Mark 14, eliminates M19. Both players gone back-to-back just like that, and they are continuing the assault. Shiv. Now, this is one where he could be the individual that really causes a problem. If he just managed to get a pick here on Method, it could be a real nuisance. And he's extended out. This gives them a bit of ground coverage, or at least they'll be able to see where their eminence...
Oh, here we go. Did they overpush here, Red Diamonds?
Uh-oh.
Have they overstretched this?
Oh, the thing is that they're split. Method split in a 2-2. Meanwhile, Raise Your Edge is a full four-man squad that Andy and Wick might walk into. That could be devastating.
I don't know if Wanted know this. If Maverick knows this, we're going to find out soon. Pin is still definitely trying to rack up the points as well. Sixmo's gone down.
Method are pushing it.
Method are pushing it. Do they have the territory to do it? Andy's taking the engagement. Oh, he gets turned on, though. That's a disaster for Andy. Wanted denies it. Wick now back to the blue. He's not in a good position. Menox is on the way, desperate to try and get up there to save him. But Wick just got found by a nade. It's all fallen to pieces for Method. In the final moments, this was their chance to fight. This was their moment to try and turn it around, and it slipped through their fingers.
Yeah, unfortunately, they went off in a 2-2 scenario. Okay, it's kind of understandable if you don't want to commit to the whole fight. But now it remains on the shoulders. Pro League, Chris and Menox. They have so much work to do. There's a team of 4 directly in front of them, and the Shiv just chilling down south.
Look at, he's got 16 kills.
Again, this is the same again. I mean, Red Diamonds are absolutely loving life. If you're feeling it, Lauren, you're feeling it. And right now, those guys are on fire.
This is insane. Raise Your Esports as well, Raise Your Edge even, excuse me, are in the northeast side. They're working their way in. Team Ready are still in a decent enough spot. Bestelok spot's another, though. It's just madness from these guys. They're tearing up so many players.
Chris is arriving, and as soon as he arrives, he's right by the rock by Shiv, so Rek might get a free kill out of that one.
Chris just went down.
How in Christ's name does he hit that shot while he's in the car? Oh, Bestelok, you beautiful beast of a man. This is incredible work from him, putting up massive numbers game after game after game. Coming into GLL, people were saying, this man has to be the one to watch. And we said it very first day, be careful of him, see what he can do. And so far, he is absolutely crushing teams' hopes and dreams.
He's an absolute beast of a player. I'm loving watching it, and they're playing it really well in the positioning. There's a couple of teams that could cause them problems, but they're all engaging. This is the wonderful thing, and we're watching Shiv here, but there's a lot of kills going on. He's going to be playing this slow. He's out on his own there, just trying to stay alive as long as he can. Raise Your Edge are still playing in the northeast. They're taking a lot of fire from a lot of sides, though. They've got Team Ready joining in, obviously Red Diamonds every now and then on that. You've got Accelerate as well doing what they can to be a pain in the arse. And Bestelok the Beast confirms that Chris is no longer in this null the car. This could be another one. No. Oh, Menox, if only you knew you're against the animal himself. He's got 10 kills to his name. Are you kidding me right now?
It's so aggressive. They're working in such, and that's it.
Method down.
Up, over. Menox takes one to the face, gets fed a grenade, and they're out in 7th again. I don't think that's enough. Not after the 16th
Look at this
finish.
confidence,
Pin
Rich.
Catches one like a laser beam, knocks Fast Rail. Ira, okay, he's staying alive. He's on his own. He's getting another one as well. Fast Rail dead. Senpai sees him, wanted. They're being split. They fancy this. They know exactly where they are. You might as well just push on it. Look at them. The flood's coming through, Lauren. They're working as a unit.
Yes, but they've been caught at least by one. Trade comes back in, though. Excellent play from Senpai to not deny the pressure to keep that building himself. Maverick is still alive, but he's the last man alive. We're down to 6 teams here. There's a lot of individuals. The eastern side is all the Red Diamonds. For now, they hold this pretty firm. Maverick is the only one on that side. The other side has all the other teams. Nookie's there. That's going to be accelerated. That's a lot of finish action going on, as we do see the Sauna Boys trying to fall towards this. Nookie denies it all. That's going to be the Sauna Boys shutting down completely towards Accelerate Gaming. We're down to 5 teams now.
And look who's in the middle, and look who's racking up the kills. It's Red Diamonds, but the Sauna Boys want something
Shiv
to say about this.
could be a spoiler here.
He could. He could do what actually happened to them during Miramar, where he just turns up and denies one player, knocks it, and then the rest of them panic, and everything just... Oh, what a want.
Someone stop him, please. Can someone just stop him being like this? That's 19 kills for Red Diamonds.
What's the score? 22 so far? I think we've had this weekend.
I don't know. They're going to get more. They are going to be. There's 100% best luck. Tixu is now bled out. That's 20. So here we go. How many more can this team farm? They have gone from strength to strength here. They have turned the hell up. Now, Shiv can be a spoiler. Maverick can be a spoiler. Iroh's on his own. You've got the Sauna Boys left as well, or what's remaining of the Sauna Boys. But look at how these guys are playing.
They don't believe they're safe in any way, shape, or form. You can see Pin is like, nope, someone must be lurking around here, so you boys just do what you want on the ridge line, and we'll make sure we sit back. They pull the MK back to try and get a line of sight on something, but...
They need to start sweeping this out. That's what they're going to do, and Pin's doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to see Shiv here, because there's a little bit of a dip, I guess, to a degree. Shiv does get away with it. They need to just be very aware to stay as a 4-pack and not allow individual untradeable kills to come in.
Calm before the storm. It's all a matter of playing for placement now. Everything on the line, because we've only got one more game after this, and we can only send 8 to the grand finals. The fact that if you don't make these grand finals, you will have to go through the open bracket. You don't even make it to contenders. That's a lot of work and a lot of graft online to get back up to where these boys are going to. Pin and the rest of the team still, I mean, like you say, Lauren, they have a very good chance here of getting the kill count, the highest kill count so far this week. 22, I think, was definitely Tornadoes. Even that at 23, but still. There's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 potential bodies that could clean up here.
10 seconds. It's go time for Shiv. He knows he's got to move. Could probably get a little
more
of a stim up. And away we go. Has to work his way forward. The fire begins. It's Iroh towards Maverick, but that will only incentivize the Red Diamonds start hunting you down, Iroh. You don't know what trouble you're in. Senpai spotted it, but he doesn't want to overextend. He doesn't want to give it away. Iroh does find Maverick. That's going to jump them up a little bit. That's good. That's going to keep the Red Diamonds, I guess, from going completely overboard. But 4 teams now stand. And Shiv, how is he still alive?
The reason he's still alive is because that attention, it's been drawn. The Red Diamonds are completely splitting. Look at how they move. They will just separate around the edge of the circle. They fixate on one player. Shiv might get second here.
They can't overpush Iroh because then the Sauna Boys are going to come in and at least trade maybe one into this. That could be a very good nade. Doesn't quite go deep enough to find Pin. Iroh's a pain in the arse here because he's down this dip that forces the Red Diamonds to push into it, basically, if they want that kill. Shiv is, however, slowly behind the Red Diamonds. They are being worked against by so many different fronts here, and they don't even know it, but they're still holding on. Oof. That's what I mean. If you overextend to get Iroh, you're going to get punished by the Sauna Boys. Do not let this fall apart, Best of Luck. You've played out of your mind. You need to keep control of this. And there we go. Final circle now comes in. We still have Shiv behind them all. They are so unaware he could even be here. They know where Iroh is. They know where the Sauna Boys are. And they have no clue where that final man could lay.
It takes a lot of discipline to hold.
Sid's on him. Sid's.
Oh my, what? The discipline to not shoot.
Oh my God.
The discipline.
He can't move either.
No, because if he even pulls his gun up, you'll hear it on the floor. You'll hear the drag. If he looks to the left or right, he will hear the drag and spin around on a pinhead and murder him because
he's looking at the blue. He knows he's got to move as well. He might have to take the shot. He does. He has to go. Shiv down, takes down Sid. Where's the next fight going to be? Iroh finds Shiv. It's a weird back and forth. We still have Iroh in this, and the Red Diamonds aren't out of the woods just yet. Surely this is theirs, but the Sauna Boys still have a bit of a shot in it. He can do something. They are pushing. They can be flanking. Sauna Boys are going up on the hill. The Red Diamonds. Oh, Iroh! Great shot as well. Good connection, but the blue, it's on his back. He's got to force his way forward. He can't land the shot. Best Luck denies it, and now 2 teams stand. A 2v2 begins. You have Nookie and Jorski up against the Red Diamonds. Best of Luck has been insane thus far, but right now the Sauna Boys peek up and over. They catch one sleeping, but it's Best of Luck against 2. The 1v2 begins, Rich. This could be all his. He could clutch this out for his side.
He's been the man of the hour so far, picking up an absolute boatload of kills. Looks down, but there's
He's
one to
got
his
one.
left. There's one to his left.
He's hit the deck. He's waiting for the next player to push. Incredible read from Bestlock. He knows what's going to happen here. Has he read the play perfectly? Nookie, oh, he turns on a dime. Nookie shuts it down, and the Sauna boys deny everything the Red Diamonds were building. Great play at the end from them. Again, incredible, intuitive play, pushing up on the northern side and taking the hill away from them.